Hello, I'm the off-grid amateur, creator of the Amicus Smokeless Fire Pits, but the focus of today's video is how I'm heating my shop this winter in order to reduce costs, keep costs low so that I can pass those savings on to you, my Amicus Smokeless Fire Pit customers. If you look over here, you can see these are drums that are draining, and these drums, I need to drain out any residual oils that are in them before I start making them and turning them into Amicus Smokeless Fire Pits. So all that oil I've been saving over the last year, and I have to do something with it, so I've been utilizing it to heat my shop. Last winter I had to use this. It's a propane heater, and you know, with propane you got to go buy it, the tanks run out, then you got to stop production, go to the place to get it filled, bring it back. It's a big time-consuming process, and I have to pay for the propane. So in order to keep my costs low, fight inflation, and keep you, my customer, your costs low on the Smokeless Fire Pits, is to reduce my costs and operate efficiently as I can. So this is how this works. Come up here, and you've got a 1 gallon paint can suspended from the ceiling. It has a normal quarter turn ball valve that shuts the flow of the oil on and off. I've got a gate valve with a hand wheel and a small barb fitting that I made a slash cut in so it can drip, and I can use this hand wheel to make fine adjustments to those drips. And this flow rate right here is right around 120 drops per minute. And that flows down into this funnel. The funnel goes down this 1-inch pipe. I'm gonna move this fan out of the way. I use this fan to blow across the heater to circulate the hot air around in the shop. But I'll move this fan out of the way. And as you can see, this 1-inch feed tube reduces down to 1/2 inch and then flows through this 1/2 inch pipe into the lower section. Now this lower section is a 3 gallon metal bucket, and it's filled with concrete around the burn chamber, and that concrete heats up. This upper section is a 5 gallon metal bucket. But that oil flows through this 1/2 inch tube, and as it flows through, that high temperature that's established once it's going causes that oil to flash or become a vapor, which is easier to burn. This 1-inch pipe goes into the burn chamber as well, and it is fed forced air with a small computer blower fan. This thing pulls a ridiculously low amount of power. It's fed by a 12-volt battery that is charged off of a wall outlet transformer, and that air pushes into the burn chamber through the fitting. Now I'll have to do a second video that shows you what the interior looks like when it's not running. But once I light this, I fill it up with some waste oil I have. This is all food grade waste oil in this bottle, and a little bit of charcoal lighter fluid to get it primed and going. But once it's going, I got to be careful here because this is very, very hot. Move that out of the way. Once it's going, this is what it looks like. You got a nice bright yellow, clean burning flame. You can see the concrete that's in the lower section down there, but that really clean burning flame means that I'm burning everything. Just like the Smokeless Fire Pits, whenever they burn clean and you don't see that smoke, it's because it's burning everything, all the fuel. So I'm going to slide that back over, and I'm going to grab my temperature sensor right here just to show you how hot this is. Okay, we're on, and I'm getting look at that, 450, roughly 450. It's a little bit hotter on the sides down here closer to the concrete than it is up top. But that concrete that's in there has got thermal mass. You see it's 250, 260 in there, and 270, and it can go above 300 degrees. And that thermal mass, even after this thing's been turned off, will continue to heat the shop. Even after I've cut the oil flow completely off because I'm done for the day, it'll keep this shop warm for several hours just because that thermal mass in that concrete is so hot, and it takes time for that to cool down. So that's one of the ways, and I'm going to keep my prices low throughout the year and throughout the winter months when I'm trying to keep my shop warm so I can continue to build the fire pits. And then listen to that. I'm just going to be quiet for a moment. I don't know if you can hear that, but that's just absolutely roaring, and the amount of heat that's coming off of this is just so soothing, especially in the winter months here in Northeast Ohio. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Later I'll do the video that shows you the internal components and maybe a lighting process. So really appreciate you guys watching. Don't forget to click on that like and subscribe button. That would be amazing. I'd really appreciate it. And so long.